Alright, so got a little bit of a delay getting to the gym today because everything's frozen. Had some freezing rain going on last night, so warming up the truck, getting ready to go. Today is pull day, so we'll be hitting back, biceps, a little bit of rear delts, and obviously core, forearms, trying to do those pretty much every day. But I was watching something this morning as I was getting ready, and it's kind of a debate about, how many reps you should do. And while there's scientific evidence between 12 to 20 reps, 12 to 25 reps actually, for building hypertrophy, they're like, oh, you should only do 12. No, you should do 20. Make sure you're going to failure. The intensity is key, and that part everybody has right. Go to failure. Intensity is key. But I think the rep range should really depend on you, and the intensity should really depend on you. For example, I'm 50. I'm not going to crank out 12 reps of a higher weight and potentially damage my shoulders. So for me, the lower weights, I still feel the burn. I'm still getting close to failure, or working on getting close to failure, and trying to build muscle. Now, if you're in your 20s, yeah, go on the lower side. Get heavier weights. Really crush your fucking chest. Crush your triceps. Do whatever you got to do. But it's going to kind of depend for person to person. And this is my personal opinion. This isn't scientifically backed. But if I can do 20 bench press at 135 and it doesn't bother my shoulder, okay, then I can slowly go up. It gives me a great burn. It fatigues the muscles. It tears the muscles. It causes hypertrophy. So do what feels best for you. Follow the research, ego lift, science-based lift, whatever you want to do. But do what feels best for you. I personally like the higher range, lower sets, getting 3 different exercises in. I'm still hitting between 12 to 14 sets per week. So I have my philosophy of what I do. You should have your philosophy for what you do, what works for you. Everybody that you go to, you can watch 10 different YouTube videos or TikToks or whatever, and everybody's going to give you different advice. Pay attention, do the research yourself, see what makes sense for you, and then do it. All right, windows are almost defrosted. Let's get to moving. So they got all the brand new weights in. They have all the monogrammed dumbbells, the plates on the machines. Everything's, it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice looking. So, but we're going to get into machine rows with the neutral grip, work on the lower lats. So let's get after it. Assisted pull-ups are next. I can't remember the number that I did on these, so I'm going to start with 70 pounds assisted. See if I can crank out 20. If I can, then I'll drop down the weight and go from there. So let's do it. So I'd say I hit about just the perfect weight on those, room to grow. So 70 pounds of assistance. I think I got 16, 17 the first round, 12 the second round. So let's stick at that weight until we can improve that. Next we're moving on to lat pull overs with the cable, to really focus on that upper and mid lat. And here we go. For your delt flies, using the pec deck. Really enjoy these because they control the weight. I'm going to have my hands sideways, give it a little bit more squeeze. Really feel it. Remember deltoids, and I want that to, my arms to be about parallel to the floor. So let's do it. So, getting close to the failure point on that. Maybe a couple more weeks we'll be working towards failure instead of leaving a couple in reserve. So in my workout, I move on to preacher curls. But RJ, a friend of mine, he's a coach, one of the coaches for the Norwich football team, turned me on to these shrugs that I'm going to give a try to, utilizing the ISO row machine, sitting the seat up higher, staying in a higher stance and pulling them up and back so I can really see that hitting the upper and middle traps, maybe hitting the rhomboids a little bit as well. So we're going to play around with this, see how we like it, incorporate it. Who knows? We'll find out. I actually enjoyed this a little bit. So definitely felt more middle traps, rear delts as well. So I think I might start throwing those in. See what happens. All right, and off to preacher curls on the machine. Again, going up weight, trying to get as much stretch as possible without fucking up that bicep tendon. So here we go. All right, so that was a good final set of the preacher curls. You saw I took a little bit of a rest, finished out, didn't quite get to 20, so I think that's a good working weight right there. Next we're going on to drag curls. Focus more on the peak, the head of the bicep. Gives a little bit of depth as well. So I don't know how well I'm going to do when I put the weights in. And the weights are different. The sizes of the 5s and the 2.5s change a little bit, so you really have to pay attention to what you're doing, or else you're going to really fuck yourself up. All right, let's go. All right, so I'm gonna take a little pause. Not a lot, just maybe an extra minute between drag curls and 21s. Biceps are completely on fire, feeling great. I want to give them just a hair more rest before I go into these up the weight. So, yep. Seems like we're just throwing a whole bunch of shit in here. But face pulls going high. Focus more on the traps than the rear delts. On the next pull day, we will do face pulls to the delts, or a little bit lower, so on shoulder level, which is going to activate the rear delts more than the traps. So why not? We're having fun. We're under our time limit. Let's do some extra shit. Yeah, definitely feeling the back today. So we're moving on to core work. We're going to do some cable core rotations and core stabilizers. And then we'll move on to a little bit of forearm work, and we'll call it a day. And currently we're like 55 minutes in, so we're still just going to be over an hour. Great workout time. Yeah, those suck. So we're going to finish up with some plate pinches. Brand new plates, 25 pounds. A little bit less of grip. Do a couple sets of these, see what happens. Slippery. Have to keep working on that. So the problem I ran into is the plates are fucking brand new. And they have like this little slick coating on them. So I can't do the 25s, I just can't grip it. So we're going to work on this anyway, but with a much smaller weight. So I'm still getting the pinching and pressure on the forearms. Even with throwing in the 2 extra exercises, I think we were looking at about a total of an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm in the gym a little bit longer than that because first thing I do when I get in there is I do my shoulder warm-ups. I do my shoulders every day. I warm my shoulders every day, even if it's leg day, even if I'm not going to be touching shoulders. I do them every day, just because of my physical therapy requirements and my necessity to keep them healthy. Out of everything wrong on this, my shoulders are probably the most damaged. So it makes sense to pay extra mind to them. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but there's a hazardous waste truck out in front of Norwich. So yeah, so great workout today. Like I said, hour and 15 minutes, somewhere around there. My core is fucking hurt. My back is tight, my biceps are burning. There's still room to grow on those weights, but I felt really good today. I felt good with the repetitions. I felt good with the weight. So I'm going to keep pushing. Tomorrow's leg day. I'm going to keep doing the same. These workouts are going to get pretty boring, so I'm going to try to, I don't know, do something with them. You can tell that I've really changed. But coming up, January 19th will be my 1-year mark. That when I started this, Fit by 50, obviously I didn't hit my goals before I turned 50, but I'm feeling great, I'm looking great, but I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to duplicate my very first workout and do a side-by-side of then and now, and just see what works. I don't know, I think I was stronger back then, because I was eating just a shit ton and lifting as many weights as I could. Kind of doing more ego lifting than science-based lifting, so it wasn't exactly, smartest move. But tis what it is. What else? That's about it. So we're gonna. Okay, Halloween's well over. They should be taking down this scary ass Hyde male pumpkin man. But yeah, that's it for now. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to talk about. And I've been rambling on for almost 3 minutes. So you guys have a good day. I will see you tomorrow.